is CBHA. This is Columbia Basin Health Agency here in Othello, Washington. You can't miss it, the Columbia services that they have for their COVID-19, which is specializing in the course. Now they got the vaccination. And anyways, this is the Othello CBHA, just like the one in Connell. There's one just like this one, but it's very small. They have a Lamb Weston plant there at Connell, and they have the CBHA there as well. CBHA has the coordinated services. Moses Lake has their, of course, their Samaritan Hospital, and they also have the urgent services. They have the family clinic. They have the family clinic. They got the urgent services, which is a hospital, and also by helicopter, just like the Othello 14th Street Emergency ER Hospital with the flight pad with a helicopter, and that's emergency transport by helicopter. They also have the Cadillac dispatch helicopter, and they also have the Lady Lord's helicopter one. They also have the Kennewick helicopter one dispatch. Now the CBHA, they have their services, of course, the cardiovascular program, which they have the Gold's Gym. They have transport to the Gold's Gym from here. The BFT, the Grant County Transfer Station, the MTC, and also the People Bus. But the MTC, Big Ben Franklin Transfer Station, which is Kennewick Police Department, that's the Twin Rivers Service Center transfer station, and that's locally Transport Department of Transportation. That's locally here, and you can connect the service from here, and also the People Bus comes in the area about 5:45 in the morning. They come in the area in the Adams County, which is Adams County, Franklin County, Ben Franklin County area, and also the of course the United States Federal Courtroom. As you can see, that's Richland, Washington, and also the Moses Lake services. They have Grant County, Dano Garth and Andy Miller, prosecutor, Washington State, and 519-735-359, fax 519-736-3066. This cardiovascular program, they got the pull-up bar. Pull-up bar, you can you can stretch your muscles, your muscle tissue. Of course, if you got hit by a truck, I'm a prime example. If I got hit by a truck and your vertebrae, your hamstrings, and you got the referral from one of the doctors, family doctors, to work on your legs, your hamstrings, your torsos, your ankles, your joints, and if you got tissue damage or scar tissue or any of those matters, and you have a Mr. Ompa Bank or U.S. Bank or Chase Bank or Bank of America and Social Security office, you got Social Security office from Kennewick, for a good example, and Schwab, attorney law, Mr. Felix, attorney at law, here in Othello, Chad, or Miss Steve H. Sackman, family law at Hemlock, here in Othello, Washington, across from City Hall and 500 East Main Street. And you know, Yvonne Hernandez and Bonnie, she incorporates the lifestyle of the array of the comfortable activities of water, sewer, garbage, and electricity. And the Banker Party all running a business at the Ajmer Singh Nijjar, Cimaron 5 INC, Banker Party Restaurant Bar Motel. You have an array of services supplementing adjustments and plans with the fiscal utilities with your comfort level. Attached to people you rent houses to. You buy a couple houses, buy a lot of houses actually, and you have these houses in your possession, you can rent them out. Now, Bonnie and Yvonne Hernandez knows how the process works of how to rent, how to lease, how to do a business and run a business office, you know, running and renting, leasing, and making sure the domain of the area, the responsibilities of the taxes, assessor, Adams County, court docket, and the court docket, and Superior Court docket, district, municipal, superior, and also, of course, United States of America and Richland, which does incorporate the districts and ordains of following up and making sure taxes are paid instead of passing and making things up. As you can see, the CBHA downloads, recovers all the information of all the wear and tear damage that you've gone through. Prime example, being attacked by an officer on the sidewalk, of course. Being on the sidewalk and be attacked by an officer on the sidewalk, and knowing for the fact, call the judge, call J. Benzel and Mr. Dixon on the first time he attacked me, and then the second time he attacked me, having cash, credit cards, social security cards, driver's license, CDL license A and B, have all the individuals that go into an area for a CDL license and department and individual DOL, the whole legalities of memorizing RCWs, WACs, federal guidelines, West state guidelines, the take ordinance, inspection ordinance, the air pressure brake ordinances, the brake pads, the drums, the cylinders, wearing the black glove, using the black glove, what capabilities using the black glove, what levers, which twitches, what cable wires, the tanks, explosive tanks, gas tanks, guidelines on the no-mid gas tanks or explosive gas tanks, the labels, the what to look for on inspection, the call list for inventory for potatoes, what kind of potatoes, what kind of pallets to stack, what kind of pallets to stack, how to stack your pallets, how to look for not to use a pallet, to put aside a pallet to use a new pallet, so no downtime, and make sure you know the functions of the railroad system and how many belts or how many seats you can use for your CDL before you can carry it around your neck. And if you don't have it around your neck or carrying around it, anything bigger than 14 to 16 people in a seat, and characterizing yourself on the domain of COVID-19, passengers withholding the threshold of the activities of the domestic spacing and the 6 feet perimeter of social distancing, and making sure people are vaccinated and detained in a way of affected, non-affected, quarantined, or so forth. Increments on cardiovascular program. I'm a prime example, of course. Getting hit by a truck on a crosswalk, on the sidewalk. A police officer attacked me on the sidewalk, of course, and I didn't do nothing wrong. Mr. Carol J. Benzel, District Court Judge, and also Superior Court Dixon, and also Andy Miller, prosecutor, and Tabra Wallace and Alfredo Washington, also missed. That's number 56. Next door is 42 George Washington House, and and also Mr. J. Felice, attorney at law, and Jessica Rodriguez, and also Mr. Don't forget, Mr. Steve H. Sackman, attorney at law, family law, and also Schwab, and that's personal injury, and then Mr. John Cooney Law Firm, Dallas, and Jim Cooney, and Columbia-based Health, which is the board director. Mark Garnes, the chairman, Jalen Anderson, Joe member, Treasurer Dory Bresney, Secretary Cole member, Maxine Taylor, Martine Governor member, Deborah Best member, Maria Rosa member, Pete Perez member, Maria Castillo member, Martha Holt member, Drayton Bamberger, President, Chief Executive, Leon Getty, Vice President Program, Durham, Maine, Chief Medical Officer, Dr. Everything, Chief Dental Officer, and also the Kelly Carlson, Vice Administrative Officer, Julie Field, Chief Operating Officer, Kent Mossenberger, Finance Officer, Luke Gomez, Vice President, Dr. Reynolds Stevens, Chief Information Officer, Blake Bartling, Vice President, Business Development, and also the building team. Othello hours, medical hours, 7 to 7, dental, 7 to 6, p.m., 8 to 7, Friday, 8 to 5, pharmacy, 8 to 7, 509-488-5256, and this is CBHA services. And this is the 509-488-5256. These emergency hours. So this be a perfect time to have everything negotiated in your blood and make sure your expenditures and your services are always up to date, and your forms and applications are online and also in person. The CBHE in Othello, Washington. That's Andy Miller at CO Benton, Washington. 509-735-359. Fax 509-736-3066. We got the CBHA clinic and patient clinic services, and this is Othello, Washington.